Okay, so number 13 and 14, if we look at 13 first, it says be able to identify the limiting reactant and the excess reactant for a reaction. So if you have 175 grams of oxygen and 300 grams of the dihydrogen sulfide, so this is my 175, this is my 300. It's not as simple as just saying, well, 175 is less, so that's the limiting reactant. It'd be nice if it was that simple, but it's not. I have to take the 300 grams of H2S, and I first have to find out how many moles of H2S that is. So H2S is 34.09 grams. So 300 divided by 34.09. So it's 8.80 moles of H2S. But even that's not enough to decide, because when I change my oxygen, O2, 175 grams, 1 moles, 32 grams. This is what I was saying before. If you want to take this times 4, then make sure you put 4 on the top here. I don't care which way you do it, but you can't take 1 times 4 and not the other, or you're going to be off by a whole bunch. So this is 5.4647 moles. So it still looks like oxygen's my limiting reactant, but I can't decide till I see how much product each one makes. I get 8 moles of, well, let's go with the S8 because that's what we're going to want to know about. I get 1 mole of sulfur from 8 moles of H2S. So now all of a sudden I have to divide that by 8. And now we're only talking 1.1 mole of product. But with the oxygen, I get 1 mole of sulfur from 4 oxygen. So now when I take 5.47 and divide by 4, that's 1.4. So H2S is actually my limiting reactant, because it only makes 1.1 moles of the product of S8. And that's what matters, is which one makes more product. How much sulfur should you be able to make? You're only going to be able to make 1.1 moles. You don't get to add these together. Okay, if you have 75 tires and 80 seats, let's say 150 tires and 80 seats, you're only making 75 bikes. You don't add the 75 and 80 together and suddenly make 155 bikes. So don't do something weird like adding these up. You only make 1.1 moles. And this is S8 that you're making. So how many grams in a mole of S8? It was a whole bunch. 8 times 32.07. So 256.56. So 1.1 moles is a little bit more than that. 282.2 grams is how much you can make. So the last question, after completing the lab, you recover 188. That's what you actually got. This is what you were supposed to get. So what's your percent yield? The percent yield is what you actually got, 188.7, and that better be the smaller number, or you've got a mistake, over 282.2 times 100%. So right around 67%.